Here we go. We're talking to Lebanon Valley College's head coach, Joe Buehler. And am I pronouncing your last name right?
It's actually pronounced Buehler.
Buehler, okay. And you're class of 89.
Yes, sir. I graduated from Lebanon Valley College in 1989.
Okay. Boy, that's a little bit back. Obviously, you played football, and I don't see anything on your profile. Tell us a little bit about those years.
Well, I came to Lebanon Valley College 1985 and played for Lou Sorrentino in his final year as the head football coach here. Lebanon Valley College at that time was really struggling, not only in football but as a college itself. And the year after that, Jim Monis came in as a first-year head coach and coached me for the next 3 years. My position coach was the late Frank Reich. People might know that name as his son is the offensive coordinator for the Philadelphia Eagles. And Frank Reich and Jim Monis taught me a lot about the game of football. And although I had played football since I was in the third grade, the learning that I did when I was in college was what really gave me a love for the game.
Well, then you end up replacing Jim Monis, I think. I'm correct on that.
In his second stint, he brought me on full-time as his offensive line coach, offensive coordinator.
Okay.
Did that together for 12 years. And then he retired, and I was fortunate enough to be hired into the position as head coach.
Yeah, and so this is your second year, right?
That is correct.
Uh-huh. And tell us a little bit about the FDU game. You won that one, I think, 23-14 or something like that.
24-14.
24-14. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, close game at halftime. We felt like we had left some points out on the field in the first half with some mistakes. They hit a couple big plays in the first half. So it was one of those games where we felt like we had been dominant, and yet we hadn't really put the game away. And second half, we played a lot better, and offensively really started to run the ball and control the clock. We actually had the football in our possession the final 8 minutes of the game and finished at the 1 yard line where we didn't have to take another snap to let the clock run out.
Okay, and you could have tried to run it over, and they call that running the score up probably.
Well, I'm not sure how they would do it, but it's a great program. Coach Serace runs a first-class program, and certainly we didn't want to do anything to insult their program.
Yeah. Now, you were coming off just a classic game against Kings. That's getting to be a rivalry for you, I'm sure. And was there any residue of that game going into the FDU game?
I think our kids really had a lot of pent-up frustration because of the opportunities we had to win that Kings game and didn't. And so definitely they wanted to make their mark last week. You mentioned Kings as a rival, and we really had some great games over the years, but unfortunately the next 2 years, with the way the MAC conference scheduling is, we don't get to play them the next 2 years.
Is that right?
That's correct.
Okay. So that game is going to be lost for a little while, and that'll make the next time you play them a little more exciting, maybe.
I hope.
Let's talk a little bit about the Widener game coming up. Widener comes off a loss, and it seems like a lot of these games are down to the last 3 seconds, 43 seconds. Like Cumming beats Kings 43 seconds to go. You lost a game with 25 seconds, and I guess Widener lost to Albright with 3 seconds to go.
That's correct.
So much parity in this league.
Well, I will tell you this: it's a tough league. There's a lot of dynamic offenses, and everybody plays hard-nosed, hard-hitting football. So absolutely, and we know each other really well in this league, and I think that also factors in a bit.
When I was down to the Kings game, number 19, I'm not sure of his name right now.
Tyler Sterner.
Yeah, is he? And number 1, you were going back and forth there, but I think Tyler played a bigger percentage of that game as quarterback, didn't he?
So Tyler Sterner is our quarterback.
Okay.
Tim Peroni is the young man you're referring to, number one.
Yeah.
And Tim is a guy we line up everywhere. He's a receiver. That's his primary position. But we will line him up at tailback. We will line him up at quarterback. We're gonna make people have to defend him a lot of different ways.
He's a talent, yeah. Athletic, huh?
Absolutely.
Okay. So I've kind of forgotten. Is this a home game for you or away?
We're at Widener.
You're at
Tough
Widener.
place to play. Yep, tough place to play.
Yeah, it is. And so I appreciate you talking to us. We hope to connect with you every week if we can, and get your feeling on the MAC football. And this is a great league, and that's our purpose, is to highlight the MAC league. We have some great teams, and when I was down there, I was really impressed with the crowd and how much, and your band, and just the atmosphere is electric down there at the Dutchman's area in Ansville.
Well, I appreciate that. We definitely feel like it's a special place, and our parents and fans are very supportive, and the tailgating that goes on. They treat our kids after the game to all kinds of food and drinks, and our marching band is impressive. You go around all these other places there. I haven't been anywhere where there's a band like the Lebanon Valley College band, and so it's a great day for us when we have our home games, and we just want to come on top in those games.
Right. Well, I won't take any more of your time. I know you're busy. Thanks for talking to us, and
thank you.
Good luck at Widener.
Appreciate it. Take care.
Thank you. Thanks, Joe. Bye.
Yeah.